Hi, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be having a look at a piece by Gaspar Sanz called Paradetas. This loosely translates as short steps, so you want to get that across in the music, and this is featured in the Trinity Classical Guitar Book Grade 2. As always, there is a link to a free tab in the description below, so check that out, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, like, and please subscribe to the channel. Right, let's dive in. So we're in 3/4 time, and we're in the key of D major, and we're starting off in our second position. There's a lot of repetition in this piece, and a couple of interesting little techniques as well to talk about as well. So let's go straight in. So the first bar, we're starting off with our open D in the bass, and we're playing a forte, so quite loud, and we're starting off with our middle finger on the 3rd fret, to the first finger on our 2nd, back up to the 3rd, and then the open string. So it's just okay. Bar number 2, we're playing our 2nd fret on our high E string and our open D together at the same time. Open E, and then 3rd on our B. Okay. We then move on to bar number 3, so we're going up to our 5th fret. So we're starting off on our 2nd fret on our high E string, playing that with our open D. Now reaching up with our little finger to that 5th fret, and it's nice to pop a bit of vibrato on there as well, just to let the notes just sing out a little bit more. And then we're going to our 3rd fret on our high E string and playing our 2nd fret on our D at the same time. And then we're shifting down to our first position. So we're then going to our middle finger on our 2nd fret, playing our open D at the same time, 3rd fret on our high E, 2nd fret on our high E, open E, and then 3rd fret on our B. So that opening line sounds something like this. Let's move on to the next line. So next line, we're going to our open D, 3rd on our B string, our open E, and then we've got this little passage again. So going from our F sharp on our high E string, up to the G, back to the F sharp, open E, and then 3rd on our B. Okay, so that pattern is a real key theme with the piece. And then we repeat that bar again. And then the pattern is then modulated down to our B, following the A major chord, which is chord 5 of D. So it kind of helps pivot that background to our parent key of D major. So we're going 2nd on our B with our open A in our bass, 3rd fret on our B, back to our 2nd fret on our B, open B, 2nd on our G. So we've got, okay, so that line. Okay, now at bar 9, the next two lines actually are a repeat of the first two lines. The only difference is in the music it says pont, which is ponticello, which basically means we're moving our right hand closer to our bridge to get a slightly brighter, tinnier sort of sound to it, really. So it sounds like this. Okay, so that brings us into bar 17 now. As I said at the start, there's quite a bit of repetition in the piece, and we're coming up with a slightly different section here. So we're going back to natural playing, so we're moving our right hand closer to our sound hole, to our normal position where we play guitar. We're back into our second position, and we're playing our open A, second on my G, open B, and then we've got this C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A. So second on my B, at the same time as my low A, third on my B, second on my B, open B, and second on my G. That is exactly the same as bar 8 and also bar 16. So it's exactly the same. Exactly the same. Bar 19, we're playing our open A, and we're playing our high E and our second on our D at the same time, and then we're playing our third on the B, and then the next bar, which is bar 20, is exactly the same as the previous bar, bar 18. So we're just playing that again. As I said, that theme carries on throughout the piece. So that line, so from bar 17 to bar 20, sounds something like this. I forgot to mention the dynamics there as well. So we've gone from forte down to piano, so much quieter. So we want to be much more delicate with our picking. Then we move on to bar 21. We're playing our A string again, and then followed by the 5th fret on my high E to my 3rd fret on my high E, and we're gradually getting louder here, so there's a bit of a crescendo here. And then bar 22 is the same as bar 4. Again, it's that little theme that's reoccurring throughout the piece. And then bar 22, we've got a really nice dotted rhythm in the melody. So it's our open E, going to the 3rd on our B, and back to our high E again. And we're just playing an A underneath that. So we've got our open E and A at the same time. And then 3rd fret on our B to our high E. So it sounds like this. Then the next bar is a bit of a variation of that theme that we've had, and it's going down rather than up. So we're starting off on our 3rd fret on our B string, to our 2nd fret, back to our 3rd fret on our B, open E, and then 3rd fret on our B, and we've got an open D string underneath that. Okay, so that line sounds like this from bar 21. Okay, so we've just got 2 lines left to go. So bar 25, we're going back to ponticello technique. So we're moving our hand closer to the bridge again. We've got our open A, to our 2nd on our G, and then our open B. So it's exactly the same as bar 17. Bar 26 is the same as bar 18. It's that theme again. And then bar 27 is the same as bar 19. And bar 28 is the same as bar 20. So it's the same pattern again, but just ponticello. So it sounds like this. Then the final line, we're going back to our natural technique. Bar 29 is the same as bar 21. Bar 30 is the same as bar 22. Bar 31 is almost the same as bar 23, but we've got a little ornament there, okay? So we're playing our high E and our open A at the same time, but we're doing a very quick hammer onto our second fret and then pull off to our open E string. And before going to the third fret on our B and then open E. And then the last bar is exactly the same as bar 24. And something to note, there's a writ at the end of the last, on the final two bars of the piece, so just slow it down during the performance as well to gain extra marks in the exam. So I hope you enjoyed that video, a brief look at Paradetas. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. Be releasing more and more content. If you've got any suggestions of pieces that you want me to cover, then please pop them down in the comments below, and we'll look to do them in a future video. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.